Hi everyone, my name is Sonia and I'm so glad that you're here. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. If this is your 100th time on my channel, welcome as well. A few months ago, I released a video geared around trying to find a dupe for Faux lipstick by MAC. This is my favorite lipstick and it was discontinued, and I'm quite disappointed about that. So I did release a video featuring, I think, 8 pink lipsticks that I compared with Faux. However, the lighting on that video, as per many of the comments I received, was too bright. So I'm going to attempt to refilm most of the content that I had in my last video, and hopefully the lighting will be better. I did move the lighting back somewhat. I'm still kind of learning this whole camera business, so lighting is not my forte yet. I hope with practice it will get better. I will also film some upstairs in natural lighting as I did last time, and try to get my husband, who is of a much lighter skin tone than I am, to donate his arm so that I can swatch the different colors on his arm, and hopefully that will help those of you who have a lighter skin tone than I have. Anyway, so if you're interested, please do stick around. I was also asked in one of the comments what my favorite lipstick was out of the ones that I featured, so I will also reveal that at the end, and I'll let you know whether I feel like that one is a dupe or not. Anyway, so I will see you at the end of the video, and thank you so much for being here. I'm going to start off by removing my lip liner and whatever lipstick I'm wearing right now. I'm doing this, I have it on because I was out this morning, but I don't want it to interfere with the way the lipstick actually looks on my natural lips. So I will be right back and we will get started. I'm going to start off by applying Faux to one side of my lips. It's described as a muted cool mauve pink with a satin finish. The first lipstick I'm going to compare it with is Brave, which is described as a pink beige with a white pearl finish. I'm going to apply it on the other side and then compare both sides. As you can see, they do look quite different. I'm going to now go upstairs in natural lighting while wearing this. So here are the shades Faux and Brave right by a big window on a sunny day in natural lighting. I'm going to swatch Faux on the back of my hand, and then after that I'm going to swatch Brave right next to it so that we can compare the two. Here's Brave on the back of my hand in comparison with Faux. I'm also going to compare them in natural light. Here are Brave and Faux in natural lighting. As you can see, the lighting is quite inconsistent. It is now overcast, so there's no sun, but with my lips, when I was showing that, it was sunny. The next lipstick I would like to compare is Angel, which is described as a neutral toned pink with a pearl finish. As I did with Brave, I'm going to apply Angel on one side of my lips and compare it with Faux, and then take it upstairs and show you what it looks like in natural lighting. I feel that Angel and Faux look quite similar. Not exact, obviously, but I do feel like they look similar. I know it looks different on different skin tones. So here are Faux and Angel upstairs in natural lighting in the sun. I have already swatched Faux on my hand, and I'm going to add Angel just as I did with Brave prior to this. And then I will take it upstairs and show you what they look like in natural lighting. So here we have Faux and Angel in natural lighting. It is now sunny again. I do find it very difficult to get consistent lighting here. Next up is Please Me, which is described as a moderately warm toned pink with a matte finish. I'm going to apply it to the same side that I applied the other ones, and Faux is on the other side. Just even applying it and looking at it, it looks quite a bit warmer than Faux and quite a bit more pigmented as well. They don't really look similar to me, and I'm going to take it upstairs and take a look at it in natural lighting to compare. As I said before, it was really difficult to get some consistent lighting. Either it was too harsh or it was too faded, I don't know. But anyway, this is Faux and Please Me upstairs in natural lighting in the sun. And again, here's a swatch of Faux on top and then Please Me on the bottom. And I will again take it upstairs, and that way you can see it in natural lighting as well. I find the camera upstairs to be quite a bit more harsh as well. Details that you really wouldn't see in person as much. So here are the two colors upstairs in natural lighting in the sun. I find it very interesting how different they look depending on whether it's overcast or sunny. So the next one is a newer one. It's Twig Twist, and it's described as a pinky brown silky matte, and it's from the Maximal collection. This is one of my newer ones. I've purchased it within the last year, I would say, and I have the original Twig, which will be coming after this one. So I thought that I didn't know what the difference was, so I thought I would purchase this one and see whether it would be a close match, and it does not look like it is close at all, actually. But again, lighting makes a big difference, so I will take it upstairs and see whether it looks different in natural lighting. So here it is, by a big window in harsh natural lighting. It's not sunny or overcast. It's kind of in the middle right now, and it looks like it's a bit dark, actually, the lighting. So it's kind of hard to tell even in natural lighting. And here is Twig Twist underneath Faux on the back of my hand in studio lighting. As you can see, it's quite a bit more pigmented, more pink, and a lot deeper than Faux. It's a beautiful shade, and in natural lighting, I can see why it was described as a slight pinky brown, but in studio lighting, it doesn't show brown at all. The next one is the original Twig, which is described as a rosy pink with brown undertones, and it has a satin finish. This one, in comparison with Twig Twist, doesn't look quite as brown to me, although Twig Twist itself doesn't look very brown either, in my opinion, maybe just a tiny bit of a hint of it. But as Twig Brown, with the same case, it does not look similar to Faux whatsoever. And here it is in natural lighting. It is quite a bit more pigmented and definitely a lot deeper than Faux. Swatching Twig on the back of my hand in studio lighting, just to compare as I have been doing. And now here's Twig in natural lighting in the sun on the back of my hand. Next up is Modesty, which is described as a muted neutral pink. When I originally picked this one up, I thought it would be an exact dupe for Faux because it looked very similar in the Sephora lighting. When I got home, I saw it and it looked quite similar, but not exact. It's not an exact dupe, but it is quite a beautiful shade, I think. And here it is in natural lighting. It looks like it's overcast rather than in the direct sun. Swatching Modesty on the back of my hand in studio lighting. And now here is Modesty and Faux upstairs under overcast conditions in natural light. Next up is Fast Play, which is described as a moderate, medium-toned, warm mauve satin finish lipstick. I actually think this one may be discontinued. I do have a fair amount of discontinued lipsticks as well, and I think this is one of them. I thought that I would include it because it was included in my last video and I wanted to be consistent. But it doesn't really look that similar to Faux, and here it is in natural lighting. Swatching Fast Play on the back of my hand in studio lighting. And here it is in natural lighting, kind of in indirect sunlight. I tried to keep the lighting consistent, but it was pretty much impossible. I just kind of did the best I could, I think. Next up is Mare, which is a classic lipstick. It is described as a cool toned pink with a slight blue undertone. I was using this quite a bit when I realized that Faux was discontinued. It is a really pretty color. It's definitely not the same, but it kind of seems like it's in the same family, just maybe a little bit deeper or something. And here it is in indirect lighting, upstairs in natural light. Swatching it on the back of my hand underneath Faux in studio lighting. And here it is in indirect sunlight upstairs by a big window in natural light. And here it is like away from the sunlight, just so you can see the difference in color. So the next three lipsticks are new. I pretty much just got them in the last couple of months and they were not included. This one in my last one. This one is Get the Hint. It is a moderately warm toned dark pink with a matte finish and it is from their Maximal collection. It is a really, really pretty, kind of a cheerful color. As you can see, it doesn't look anything like faux, but I thought I would include it because it is a beautiful pink, and I'm always surprised at how different lipsticks look on my lips versus in the tube. So here it is in natural lighting. This is kind of an overcast type of lighting, so not direct sun. And here I am as the others, swatching it on the back of my hand in studio lighting. And here we are with Get the Hint and Faux in natural lighting, first in direct sunlight and then now kind of away from the light, the sun. Next up is Pink Peppermint, which is a sleek satin lipstick and is described as a dirty lavender shade. I saw swatches of this one on Sephora online and it looked very similar to Faux, but when I brought it home, it looked nothing like Faux, as you can see. To me, it's way too light for my skin tone, I think. I think it would look really beautiful on somebody who likes this type of effect and also with a lighter skin tone than mine. So anyway, it's quite a bit more pale than Faux, and it doesn't seem to be quite as pigmented either. This is it in natural lighting, and here it is on the back of my hand. You can definitely see the lavender coming through, whereas Faux has got more of a mauve type of a look to it. And here is Pink Peppermint with Faux on the back of my hand in indirect sunlight in natural lighting upstairs. Last but not least, it's Girls Weekend, which is described as a cool, dusty mauve. This is from their new Powder Kiss collection. I picked it up because the swatches looked very similar to Faux, and I'm constantly on the hunt for it. And this one does not look anything like Faux as well. It is a very pretty color. I don't think I'm a big fan of the Powder Kiss formula. I like something with a bit more coverage. And as you can see, you can still see some of the pigmentation underneath on my lips through the lipstick. And I'm not a big fan of that. So anyway, this is Girls Weekend, which is a cool dusty mauve with Faux on the other side, and it is in indirect sunlight, or I should say indirect light, upstairs by a big window. And here I am swatching it on the back of my hand in studio lighting. Upstairs in indirect sunlight by a window, this is Girls Weekend and Faux on the back of my hand. Here I've swatched all the lipsticks that I included in this video on my inner forearm. This is in studio lighting, so it's not as crisp as the next one will be. This one I like to show the different colors, how they look in cooler lighting and how they look in studio lighting. And here is the exact same array of lipsticks upstairs in natural light with my iPhone. And here is my husband's arm. He is of a much lighter skin tone than I am. So I swatched these lipsticks in the same order on his arm so you can see how different they look on my arm versus his arm. And then obviously lips would be a lot different yet. So I just thought it was really interesting, and I hope that it does help somebody whose skin tone is lighter than mine. So as you can see, skin tone, lighting, all that stuff makes a big difference as to how these lipsticks actually appear. In addition to that, my lips are a little bit pigmented, particularly my top lip, so it does make a difference how the lipstick appears on me versus, say, somebody of a different skin tone whose lips might not be pigmented or as deeply pigmented as mine are. Also sunlight, the type of camera. Down here I have a mirrorless Canon camera. I don't even remember the actual, I don't remember the actual name of it, but upstairs I was using my iPhone camera, which is a lot harsher, picks up every little detail, which was a little bit hard for me because I had to step out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I had to be okay with the marks on my face and the discoloration showing, which is something, you know, I struggle with personally. But anyway, I wanted this video to be helpful, so I went and did that, and I hope that it was helpful. If you've made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I welcome constructive criticism in a respectful way, so if you do have some, please let me know. Also, I welcome different ideas, so do please let me know that as well. So the lipstick out of all of these that I prefer and that I've been wearing actually daily is Modesty by MAC. It is the closest that I have found to look similar to faux on me. It's actually what I'm wearing right now, and it is slightly more pale, not quite as pink on my skin tone, but it is the closest thing to a nude light neutral pink lipstick that I have found from MAC, and I've been wearing it every day. I have to say I do love it. I don't know if I love it quite as much as faux. I might love it just as much, but in a different way. So anyway, Modesty is my pick out of all of these lipsticks, and that's the one that I've been wearing every day. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any more of my videos. I do have many of them coming up. Have a great day.